And welcome to part 2 of Indian's intro. This time we're going to be talking about Summoner Wars, as I called it for the lid. Summoner Wars is another little favorite of mine. It's basically a strategy or tabletop miniature strategy game with cards instead of miniatures on a board. Give you an example of the board. I have the master set board, and there's other sets that come with boards. If I can figure out how to open it again. The board's like this, and your characters will have different setups where they set up units on their side of the board. Your goal is to kill your opponent's summoner. You do this via the means of a deck, which I have quite a few decks right now. And I'll give you an example of what the decks look like. They'll be like that, and you'll have your summoner like this. Each card will have each deck will have creatures, abilities, if I can show you actually abilities, and more creatures. But you'll have fun ways to interact with them, and each faction has a different mechanic kind of grasps on. It's a game by Plaid Hat games. I forgot to mention about Red Dragon Inn's creator before. And honestly, it's one of my favorite games out there. I can't wait to actually sit down and talk about all the factions and talk about how they interact. Again, we're going to do the same format as with Red Dragon Inn, where me or Naz will talk about 2 decks, and then we'll do a game of it with those 2 decks. If you have any suggestions or whatnot, leave it down in the comments. Sorry about the gorilla kind of video recording. We are on minimal equipment right now, as well as I'm working around a work schedule. So if it seems a bit unscripted, it's because it is, and I'm a big dummy who does stuff like that. Well, stay tuned for part 3, where we'll talk about the 3rd game we're covering segment. Bye.